Hi everyone, myself Vamsi Krishna. This is an introduction session how to load data from Amazon S3 to AWS RDS MySQL Server databases using AWS Lambda function with Lambda layers concept. Basically, as a part of this task, what we are going to achieve is whenever any file gets uploaded to Amazon S3, we are going to read that Amazon S3 file which got uploaded using Lambda function, and we are going to write it to RDS MySQL engine. For this particular task, we are going to do end to end. For that, we may need certain concepts before implementing this end to end. The first thing which we need to get ourselves comfortable is how should we read and write CSV files in Python. What is a CSV file? CSV file is nothing but comma separated value. Let's say if you want to store employee data, employee ID, comma employee name, comma employee salary, 100, comma 1C, comma 1000. If you just observe this, this is a comma separated value. Employee ID, employee name, employee salary are headers, and each data, each field is separated by comma. That is the reason this is called as comma separated value. When somebody is uploading comma separated values to the Amazon S3 bucket, we need to read that file, and for reading that file we are going to use Python, and for that Python we are going to use a module called CSV module. This is the module which Python has given for reading CSV modules, CSV files. We are going to discuss how to read CSV file and write in a separate video. Once we are comfortable with this, then we are going to integrate this with Lambda function. In Lambda function, we are going to use Python. That is the reason we need to first get ourselves comfortable with Python CSV module, so that whenever some file gets uploaded to Amazon S3, we are going to read it using CSV module. Next thing, and same way, like we need to know both read and write. If you want to write a CSV file, you can use a writer object and you can use write row method. In the screen, if you see this, we have created a writer object, and inside the writer object we are calling write row method, so that we are passing the fields. And next, you can write and you can read CSV file in multiple options. One is with the dictionary and another one is with the direct data available. I'm going to cover both the parts, like we reading with CSV and reading CSV file with a dictionary. Both the use cases I'm going to cover in another session. After this session, I'm going to upload one more session where I'll explain how to read a CSV file and how to write a CSV file using without dictionary and with dictionary. Both the use cases I'm going to cover it with that. And next, once we understand how to read and write a CSV file, then we are going to create a Lambda function and we are going to create event triggers for that. For this particular task, we need to do three to four things we need to do. First, we need to set up Lambda with the below roles. One is RDS role for writing to database. Another one is S3 role for reading from the S3 bucket. And then CloudWatch role for triggering the Lambda function or for seeing the Lambda function logs. And first, what we will do is we'll create the Lambda function, we'll add the basic code, and then we'll create the Lambda function, or we'll use the existing Lambda function and we'll add the trigger, so that whenever any file gets uploaded, we can read that file on the fly. And finally, we are going to check CloudWatch log. And next, we are going to use a concept called AWS Lambda layers. Basically, this layer is nothing but a zip file which contains libraries, which is nothing but our custom runtime, or you can use for other dependencies as well. And why do we need Lambda layers? The reason for which we need Lambda layers is, with layers you can use libraries in your function without needing to include them in your deployment package. Basically, if you are connecting to database, or if you are reading file, or if you are writing some other operations, whatever the Python modules that are present, you don't want to include them in the deployment package. Keep your deployment package simple, and you create it as a separate layer and use that layer in your deployment package so that it makes your development easier. I'm going to show how to create a Lambda layer, and using that Lambda layer, how to create a custom function and how to use it, like either use it in the same function, or you can create your Lambda function with a zip file and you can select the corresponding Python environment. This is very important concept. Why? Because by default all the modules will not be available in Lambda function of Python. Whatever the modules you want to add extra, or whatever the custom runtime you want to add, you need to add Lambda layers, and you have to add that Lambda layers to your Lambda function. If you can see my screen, let me open Lambda. In the Lambda, you will have Lambda layers. Just see left side, you have Lambda layers, which are nothing but additional resources. So that you don't want to implement these modules in the deployment package, you just create the Lambda layer and add this layer to your Lambda function, so that you can use this particular layer in across multiple Lambda functions, and this will solve our deployment package size to be little smaller. That is the reason we are going to use Lambda layers. Once we understand the Lambda layers, finally we are going to create a RDS instance, and we are going to update the existing Lambda function, so that whatever the data we have read from Amazon S3 file, we are going to store it in RDS using the existing Lambda function. And for that, we are going to update the Lambda function to access the database, and we will add a few records in our Amazon S3 CSV file, whatever the data we received, and then we will trigger the Lambda function on S3 whenever there is a new file uploaded. Then AWS Lambda has a handler function which acts as a starting point for our Lambda function. The handler has the details of the events so that we can read the events and we can store it here. This is how it looks. This is what I'm referring to. I'm going to do all these steps in different videos. This is just an introduction session. All the parts whatever I have discussed, I'm going to do different videos. Overall, if we perform all these steps, whenever any file gets uploaded to Amazon S3 bucket, we will be able to read that CSV file and uploading it in RDS database. Thanks everyone for watching this video.